Hey everybody, welcome back to another live stream. Thank you for joining us. We've got a crazy day today because Bitcoin has had a bit of a dump. If you've not watched that so far about what's going on with Bitcoin, check out my latest video. I've posted what's happening with Bitcoin. I've also shared my thoughts around Phantom and whether we should be worried. But on today's live stream, let's take a deeper dive into this. Is this a really bearish pattern? Are we heading back down to, into the 40s or 30s, God forbid? What does this mean for our altcoins? Let's cover all of this off in today's session. So let's head on over into the charts. You guys know we like a bit of charts. And the first thing I want to spend some time on is this Bitcoin chart, right? Let's take some time and look at this Bitcoin chart and see where we're heading, because our favorite altcoins will not move if Bitcoin doesn't move. So we need to get a grasp of what's going on with Big Daddy Bitcoin. So we've got a few things working against us here on Bitcoin. The way I like to look at this, I know this graph can get quite confusing, but the way I want to look at this is let's look at the resistances versus the supports, right? And you can see the support, we tried to turn this green box into support, we struggled. If you're looking at support here, the difficulty is we don't have any. I mean, you've got a resistance from this blue line here. We've fallen out of this big white wedge here. You've got the breakdown from this pattern here. And more importantly, you've got the head and shoulders pattern as well breaking out. Okay, so if I show you the head and shoulders pattern, which we spoke about a few days ago, that's breaking down now to the downside. And until we invalidate this, if you've watched my video previously, until we go back up, invalidating. What I mean by invalidate it is to properly invalidate this, you have to create a higher high bigger than the right shoulder, and then you can start trending back up, right? So until we get that, we have to be very cautious on any long positions. Really, really important. Okay, guys? So everybody, welcome to the live stream. Thank you for joining. We've got XD Viper here. How are we doing, sir? Why is Shiba up and other altcoins are down? We're going to cover off Shiba. And we're going to explain exactly why they're up and where they can head to. We've also got Matic back up 9% today, guys. So don't sleep on that. I didn't get stopped out of my trade on Matic, for those wondering. I stayed in. My stop loss was further lower than that. And it kept me in this trade, which is really important, guys. That's another topic I want to touch upon, is the liquidations, because we're getting a lot of liquidations in the market. And that's what's leading to some of these big wicks we're seeing in the candles, right? It's not fundamental weakness just yet. It's a bit of a shake-up in the leverage, which you see happening when there's a lot of fear and greed in the market, okay? So really important. Thank you, everybody, for joining the stream. Please do, on your way in, smash that like button. It really does support this channel and helps more people find this live stream. So do smash that like button for me and comment your favorite coins. And let's take a look at your favorite coins. So yeah, that's Bitcoin. We've got to keep an eye on this head and shoulders pattern. You've got a potential breakdown to 53,000, which we have to be very wary of. And until we invalidate this head and shoulders pattern, I can't not tell you about this 53 price target, because that's our next level of serious support as well down here. So we'll have to monitor that carefully. If we also take a look at Bitcoin dominance, you will notice that on the Bitcoin dominance, you've had a massive tick up. So a lot of people are asking me, why did dominance tick up even though Bitcoin is down? Well, you got to remember, when Bitcoin goes down, altcoins go down at a multiple of the pace, right? So what that means is Bitcoin is still technically gaining strength of the altcoins, and so the dominance spikes up when that happened. And to explain that in a bit more detail, let's click on Total 2. And Total 2 is your market cap of all your coins excluding Bitcoin. Okay, and you can see this was forming, this was an uptrend for quite a while in our cup and handle pattern, but we've had a massive wick down in this, which means money was flowing out of altcoins and it was flowing out of Bitcoin, which means people must have been going into fiat currency. Okay, that's the explanation behind that. And if you see, this was our crypto market cap, Total 2 market cap. You see it was forming this cup and handle pattern too, but this wick down occurred as money was starting to flow out of the system. Phantom, let's take a look at one of our favorites, Phantom. Yep, Ayush, we're definitely going to look at Matic. Give me a second. We're definitely going to look at Matic, because Matic is one of my trades open and still doing pretty well. So we'll definitely take a look at Matic. Just make sure everybody hits that like button for me. That would be really appreciated if we could hit that like button. So let's look at Phantom. So what we got here is the daily chart, and as you can see, we've had a massive wick up 2 days ago and a massive wick down 1 day ago. Okay, so let's call it even. Let's call it quits, and we'll sit here in the middle at $3.01. Now, one way you can tell how powerful a coin is or how much momentum there is behind a coin right now is how quickly were these dips bought. Okay, so you can see that's how quickly the dip was bought. Look how big that wick is on this coin. Let's go check a few others. Be interesting to see how does Solana buy the dip, right? Decent. Not as powerful as Phantom in terms of buying that dip back up, but it was good. Okay, so it just gives you an idea of how much have coins run up. So Solana's had a nice calling off. I picked up a bit more Solana on the dip. I think I managed to pick it up in the 180, low 180, 182, 183. I need to check my fill on that one as well. But I did manage to pick some of that up in the morning when I woke up. So managed to take advantage of the dips. Algorand, my trade's still open on Algorand as well, although that dip really did come at a bad time, guys. We know Algorand and Coty are two of these coins that are struggling for momentum, and Bitcoin taking a dump at that moment really messed it up because we were waiting for this pattern for a long time, and it's just gone and invalidated the momentum we would have had from this trade. So I'm not going to scale up the trade. I'm going to leave it as it was. It was a small amount anyway, and see how this plays up to the upside, because technically until we break back into the triangle, it's still a breakout. You can even retest the triangle. Technically, you could even retest and bounce off. So I'm not too concerned about that. Not sure why my screen decided to jump miles away either. So we want to keep an eye on that on Algorand. Let's take a look at Coty as well. Martin Webb, what cryptocurrency exchange are you using to trade Bitcoin? Martin, all the links are in the description for the different ones I use. I use a combination of a few, right? I use Bittrex, I'll use Coinbase, I'll use Binance where I can, although there's some limitations here in the UK as well. So I'll use a few different ones, Swissborg as well. Check out the links in the description of any of my videos, and you'll be able to get a referral link there. We're going to take a look at, let's take a look at Coty first. Let's finish off Coty, and then we'll take a look at Matic. So what we can see here on Coty is, again, just such bad timing, right? So if we take a look at the hourly chart, you guys will know I was watching this one for quite a while because we suddenly got a bit of momentum, right? And we broke the high here, and we broke the high here. And I was thinking, okay, we can go up to 59 here and break this high. And then we got the dump back down. So this is a really painful timing for Coty, which we know was struggling for momentum anyway. We just got to hope that that can recover. But again, it has to now fight the resistance back at this point and back at this point, right? So we need to fight these two levels of resistance again and then see if we can head higher. So we need to keep an eye on Coty. It's going to need some more time now. It's retreated back to its neckline for some support, which is interesting. Nathan, Polygon is killing it. Thanks for the live stream and subscribe. Appreciate it. Everybody hit the like button and subscribe. Martin, thank you. Frisso, we're going to take a look at your question as well. Do you think there is a potential that Coty will reach the top 50 or 25 coins in ranking this cycle? Good question. Okay, let's take a look. So if we're on CoinMarketCap, top 25 takes you to Axie Infinity, which is sitting at 7 billion. It's going to be a tricky one, in all honesty. To get into the top 25 is a bit tricky. For me to think about it like that is not the way I'd want to think about it. I'd want to think about it in terms of market cap. And so I think the better question to be asking ourselves is the following. If this catches up with me, let's head into Coty. Everybody, please do hit that like button on your way in. Really appreciate it if you could hit that like button. Just helps the stream go out to more people, which will be super helpful. It means we can get more questions in and more insights for you guys. So we're sitting at 500 million. And my question would be, how quickly can that market cap move? Because if Cardano is to go on a tear and get to $10, if Cardano, because it's already been at 3, if it could do a 3x from there and get to $10, the question then is, if Cardano does a 3x, why couldn't Coty do a 5 or 6x? And a 5 or 6x takes you to about 2.5 billion in market cap. Okay, so I think that's the more kind of realistic price targets for Coty in the mid to long term. But short term, we guys know what we need to do, right? We're facing a lot of resistance here in this pattern on Coty, and it needs to break through 66. I think once we break through 66, we're going to get good movement. But like I've said time and time again, it's really reminded me of Cardano. It really reminds me of my early investments in Cardano, where everything was slow and painful. And I think the two of these have been kind of wrapped up into the same bubble, rightly so. And they're going to be those type of coins where they're fundamentally sound, but for whatever reason, they don't attract the hype to keep the pumps going on for long. So just like Cardano, it's going to have sideways movements and then a run, sideways movement and then a run. So that's what we want to keep an eye out on Coty. Let's see. Let's take a look at Sheeb. Let's do Sheeb. Bear with me, guys. Let's find Sheeb. There we go, 36% up on Sheeb. Ridiculous. Absolutely crazy on Sheeb. Look at that, guys. And I want to cover off, why is this moving when everything else is struggling? Let's go into the 4-hourly chart. And by the way, you can just see this is continuation pattern after continuation pattern. If you're with me, we traded this first one together, okay, into this violet triangle, met our price target, entered straight into the second continuation flag, met our target and some. So really big moves here on Shiba. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a little bit of a consolidation, which isn't a bad thing. Just same thing again. Can we get another bull flag? Just come into a little flag here and then break to the upside again. That's what we want to be looking at on Sheeb. Okay, so Sheeb is on absolute tear, and the reason is this is, guys, we got to understand this is a momentum-based coin, right? This is not moving in line with the rest of the market. I'll come on to Matic in a second, but Shiba is not moving in line with the market. It's moving because traders want to trade it. Right, so in that reality, that's what's happening. That's why this is moving. This is not based on fundamentals, but it's based on a movement, and the movement is equally as important. And let's see, where does that take Sheeb in terms of market cap? Where are we sitting on coin market cap? Let's take a look. Look at that, guys. It's number 11. Sheeb is sitting at number 11. We're sitting at 25 billion in market cap. So this is what helps you guys understand that it's not just about, similar to the stock market, it's not just about the fundamentals. Everybody who wants you to believe it's just about the fundamentals, in the long run, you can argue it's about the fundamentals, right? But even in the short run, you need some community, you need some hype, you need some attention to your product, right? It's branding. So Shiba's got the branding. They may not have the best fundamentals, but I'd argue it's better than Doge. So if Doge is sitting there at 33, I can see another 30% increase in Shiba at least to get to Doge's level. And then arguably, if Doge has been sitting at 33 billion for a while, why can't Sheeb get to 50? Why can't it get past XRP? And that becomes a question now for Sheeb because it's Ethereum based. They're doing NFTs. They've got stable coins. They've built a decentralized exchange. So why not, right? So it's very interesting on Sheeb. But I'd even say it can go further from here. I see at least another 30% to catch up with Doge. And I think it will flip Doge. And I've said that for a while. Go check out my videos quite a few weeks back before all this run about Shiba. Cape Aquatics, afternoon, all glad to see you all here. Let's help this channel go. Thank you so much, Cape. That's really, really nice of you. If everybody can hit the like button and share this live stream, try to watch as many videos as possible, leave a like and comment. Those are the ways we can grow this community. And that's the key, really. If we can just grow this community, have fun together, learn together, and invest together, then this community will naturally grow at its own pace. Any other questions, guys? Throw your questions into the chat. Don't forget to hit the like button as well. And I'll carry on flicking on because I want to look at Matic to keep an eye on my trade. So Matic, let's come back out. You'll remember we were breaking out of the cup and handle pattern. Okay, so we got our breakout. And I even said, if you remember, I'm going to switch to hourly because it makes this a little bit more obvious. I even said we can get a retest of the neckline. And we got it, right? Perfect. And we went back up, and I was really happy here because this momentum was going to take us through the $1.92 mark, which we said yesterday, and then we would have been into green space to run up to our price target. And if you remember, our price target is sitting all the way up. We'll have to zoom out quite a bit at $2.80 plus, okay? That's our price target on this breakup. So we then had the Bitcoin dump, which absolutely threw us off. And you can see from there, we came back down. But look how quickly it got brought back up, guys. And that's the sign of a coin with good momentum right now. So if you're looking at any coins right now, have a look at how they fared in that dump. If they kind of dump down and struggle to bite it all back, that may be a sign that there's some weakness in that coin. Okay, so that's a good indicator for you just to keep an eye on that. So please do keep an eye on that on any of your favorite coins. So Matic, still really bullish. If we come out onto the daily, you'll notice that these little dumps are nothing to be worried about. They're normal, they're little shakeouts. But the annoying thing is if you're not careful with your trades on a short-term basis, you can get burnt, right? On the daily candle, look, Matic is still green. Not even bothered, right? Big wick, but it's finishing much higher, and my trade will be doing well on Matic. Let's take a look back at Bitcoin. Bitcoin sitting at 59,274. And trying to fight this support, really. I mean, if we've got to really get back into this wedge and invalidate the head and shoulders pattern, that's the most important thing here. And if I head over into the hourly chart, you can see we're kind of just hanging off a cliff right now. We need to somehow get above this point. In the short term, it needs to... Oh. In the short term, it needs to get above this point and really start heading higher. It just needs to create a higher high and somehow trend higher. We know what our downside risk is. And if I go back to the 4-hourly, you know, this head and shoulders pattern could really be playing out, and that could cause us a bit of a problem, okay? So we need to keep an eye on this. We've got this pattern. We need to keep an eye on that, okay? Very important that we do that. Let's take a look at CoinMarketCap. I think it's important that we find, everybody hit up your questions in the chat. We'll take a look at your questions. Arsalan, good to see you. We're going to look at Polkadot, no worries. Fontola, do you think ETH can hit 8K by the end of the year? 8K, can it double? Yes, but Bitcoin will have to double first. So Bitcoin would have to get past 100K for ETH to be at 8K. I'm quite certain of that. So we need to see Bitcoin getting moving. And if we start this head and shoulders pattern now, that could... definitely mess up Bitcoin's plan to get to 100 by the end of the year. In fact, I hate to say this with Bitcoin because it could do anything, but I'd almost say the chance of getting to 100K if Bitcoin now wants to go back down to 53 with only November and December left is very slim. So yeah, let's take a look at which coins have held up today pretty well. So we can see Shiba up 44%, 1 inch up 38%. Hollow, a lot of people have been asking me about. No, you can clearly see why they're asking me. Whenever anything is green like this, they suddenly start asking me. Helium the same. Aave 7%. That's very good. Polygon Matic up 4%. These are the coins we're looking at, right? These are the ones we want to be placing our trades on. But otherwise, the rest of the market, you can see Phantom there, one of them that has managed to stay up there as well. Ethereum down 3%. Yeah, the market's just taken a bit of a hit over this 24 hours. And for me, it was an opportunity to buy the dip on a few of my favorites, but that doesn't mean we can't head down further, okay? So we've got to be careful we don't head down further. And what I mean by that is mainly we're keeping an eye on this head and shoulders pattern. Very important that we keep an eye on that pattern. Okay, let's take a look at DOT. So DOT, we're down 7%, which is not great, again, considering we were coming out of our head and shoulders pattern and we're trying to go for our price target. The good thing is the dip's been bought back quite nicely. Let's take a look at the daily to see how much of this has impacted us. I mean, in the great scheme of things on the daily, it's not impacted us as long as we don't lose momentum, because when we broke out, we had some good momentum and then we've kind of gone sideways. If we can turn this into a bit of a continuation pattern, some sort of a flag, right? If this ends up being a flag of some sorts, then we can use that to break to the upside, right? So that's something we'd have to keep an eye on. Is can we do that at this point? And therefore continue higher. So we want to keep an eye on DOT. Price target still remains until we lose the neckline, until this comes back down and falls through the neckline. If it does. We still have our price target on DOT all the way at the top of the cup and handle pattern at $60. Okay, so that's your price target on DOT. And I think, look, November, December is going to be massive for DOT. So if you're trading on a very short time frame, then fine, do your analysis. But on November, December time, I'm not selling any of my DOT. I mean, it's a long-term hold for me anyway. But November, December with the parachain auctions, it's going to be a massive one for DOT. Guys, please do drop your questions into the chat. I'm looking at the chat now. Let's get your favorite questions in there. What coins you want me to look at? I'll take a look at those for you. Let's see what CoinDesk is saying. Yep, Bitcoin dips below 59K as leverage ratio. We know that. SHIB rally signal excess speculation. Yeah, and I want to come on to that, guys, because this is perfect. If I was to give you two indicators that we're heading towards a peak, And we've seen this before, even earlier in this year. You didn't even need to be around many years ago. But even in this year, this is when you get hype around coins like Shiba or Doge, that should give you a clue. We had that early in the year. And also leverage. Look at the leverage here, guys. This is what I was showing you on the stream yesterday. Like, this leverage is ridiculous in the market. So when the leverage is high, you get a lot of liquidations. This is because of those YouTubers who are shilling these leverage platforms where you can just put, 10, 20, 30, 40, 100x trades on money you don't have. Then obviously it's going to liquidate the market. And that's why you get massive wicks. But for us lot who aren't trading on leverage, we can buy those dips and we're not going to complain, right? But these are two indicators, along with the head and shoulders pattern, that have me worrying about the bear side, about the downside, the bearish case, right? Naturally, I hope that the market recovers and U-turns and we can start putting our long trades back in. But please be wary. If we do start heading to the downside, and, very quickly, this market can move back to 50 and move back to 40. We've seen how quickly that happened earlier in the year. Go and study it if you haven't. Look at the charts and see how just a couple of dumps and you'd be caught. And then all your altcoins are really falling in value. And at that point, trust me, I've been there. You're only going to want to hold the coins which you have high conviction in. That's the key. So please make sure you only have coins which you have high conviction in. If you don't have high conviction, either improve your conviction or get rid of that coin. That would be my advice, not financial advice. Ayush, do you think alts like Matic or Phantom could take a big hit again if Bitcoin keeps heading down further, or the worst is over? If Bitcoin heads down, everything's taking a hit, guys. Absolutely everything. Go study the markets. Keep Aquatics, not trying to drag it into an argument, but what's your thoughts on SafeMoon? I think it was rightly called a meme, but looks like it's getting utility. Yeah, I don't like to call things meme tokens. So if somebody comes out with a coin and the only use that coin has is a community-based coin, I still think that's a use case. It's like saying, why is a Nike t-shirt worth more than a t-shirt which I'm going to go make today? It will, because it's got branding. Shiba's got branding. And right now, the branding of Shiba's is better than Doge. So that has to have value. And if people ask me, why do coins like, amazing projects don't seem to run? I always say to them, guys, things like Atom, Cosmos, these type of coins, they need to have more marketing. ADA has great marketing, but then they need to improve the product, right? So every coin, every project is somewhere on this spectrum of amazing project versus no project, and it's just an amazing community-based token. When you can merge the two, that's when you get Ethereum, that's when you get Solana, that's when you can, I see signs of that in Phantom as well, where you can get both of those. And that's the key. So I wouldn't knock something like SafeMoon. If somebody wants to trade SafeMoon, I have no worries at all. I would even trade it if I see a nice pattern, right? That's not an issue whatsoever. I'm not like morally above it. What I am saying is people who just kind of say, oh, I've only, I've just got a little bit of money here, I just want to throw it into one of those, then you're gambling, right? You're not trading a pattern, you're not trading any fundamentals, you're just hoping it goes up because your friend wants it to go up, and then when it falls 90% in value, or the market cap becomes useless and it's a pump and dump scheme like the majority are, then people are going to fall out of love with crypto. So I just don't want people to fall out of love with crypto. If you can trade SafeMoon or Shiba safely, I see a lot of experienced crypto people doing that, that's fine, right? I've made money on Shiba, all right? Because I can do so using the patterns, which I'm showing to you guys as well. If you can do that and still have the majority of your wealth in safe assets, then you're going to be just fine. Guys, thank you for joining this live stream. As always, please do hit the like button, subscribe, join us in building this community into a really sustainable and pragmatic community around crypto. That's what we're trying to do here. Not trying to take shortcuts, but trying to teach you guys from the bottoms up. So if you appreciate that, please do hit the like button and subscribe. That would mean a lot. Drop your comments. Let me know what you want to take a look at. G-Hags, have you taken a look at Rune? Yes, I like Rune. I think now you're going to get a better entry into Rune because it really did pump last week. If you want to trade Rune, we'll probably be able to get you a good entry at some point now. Let's take a look. Yeah, so if you're getting this pullback, right? So you can see we broke out of this pattern. If you miss this, you don't want to be chasing it. So we broke out of this pattern here. And if you missed it, you probably don't want to be chasing it up here. But if you can get a calling off back down towards the trend line, you'd want to be picking up Rune. I'd say anywhere between 10 to 11, you'd want to be picking up Rune if you're trading this. So, I mean, you would have caught it here on the wick if you have, but it's recovered pretty well. Like you can see a lot of these altcoins are finishing the day in the green, which shows that the dip has been bought. But yeah, lovely breakout from Rune. It's met the target at the top of the wedge and some. The next resistance, like we said on Rune, Thorchain, you won't be reaching until 14 level. So hopefully that answers your question, G Hags. Yes, Mikhail, the market is alive again. I was looking at the stock market as well, and my stocks are doing pretty well also. So if I show you how the stock market's doing, you can see M-Phase, one of the big positions in my portfolio, up 20%. You know, I've Tesla is the biggest position in my portfolio, up another 3%, and it's absolutely smashing it. I was buying Tesla in, less than 500 and some in 500, so doing really well on Tesla. Enphase, we were buying, if you guys were following this channel, we were buying it sub 130s, 120s, even a little bit in 140s. So amazing growth on these stocks. You can see a lot of the solar plays are doing really well. Lucid is up 4% as well. So yeah, stock market's doing pretty well overall, and that's keeping the markets buoyant. NASDAQ is slightly up. But I know you guys are here for crypto, so don't worry about that. We'll take a look at your crypto. If ETH 2.0 faces any problems, which projects can explode? Yeah, I don't think they're going to face any problems. First of all, I think it's going to happen. I think ETH 2.0 will get done, maybe with another delay, knowing them. But I think it's just, it's not going to be exciting. It's just going to get done. We've got Solana, you've got Algorand, you've got Luna, you've got Phantom, you've got so many other layer 1 platforms that it's done now. Now you just need to innovate and get the best dApps. It's all going to be about dApps. Imagine when somebody comes up with the killer use case on DeFi that the average person wants to use, right? Imagine when governments start using it. Then it's just going to be crazy. So it's all about finding those projects, remember? It's like you building the Apple Store ecosystem, but then you need to go find really good apps to be built. And yeah, like Mikhail says, Mikhail is saying ADA is still lazy. I don't think they're lazy. They're just doing everything from a very, top-up approach, bottoms-up approach, very slowly, very methodically, taking their time. You got to remember, Ethereum just launched and made a mess, and they just fixed the mess. They've even rewritten their code. Yeah, let's not forget that. Let's not act like, Ethereum is this angel that gets everything perfect. They're not. They just rush and they get things wrong and then they fix it, right? Similar to Facebook. Whereas ADA, I gave this example in yesterday's live stream, is trying to do things a bit slowly and more methodically. So they're going about it in a different approach. Guys, we're sitting on 15 likes here. You already know we need to get to 30 likes, so please smash up the like button. Rikoru, good to see you again. What about Luna? Good price to buy. Let's take Luna. You're 8% down, so whenever your altcoins are this much down, it's a good time to buy. Yeah, I mean, I like that. You see, Luna was in this uptrend, which we've drawn for a while now, and the wick didn't even break us below, and we're still within. It's not recovered the day candle as strong as some of the altcoins, so you've got a good discount here on Luna if you believe in this project to the upside. But it depends what's your wider pattern you're trading. I mean, if we bring out the EMA ribbon as well. Come on, EMA ribbon, wake up. Oh, it doesn't want to open up. Okay, whatever. But yeah, you can. Oh, there we go. So you can see on the EMA ribbon, we're still above it, right? We wicked down, and it's just the dip's been bought up, and we're back up on the EMA ribbon. So it's a good project. You just have to time your entry on that. Hey guys, welcome to the stream. We've got 33 people watching this stream. Thank you so much, guys. Please can we all hit that like button? We've got 33 watching right now and only 15 likes. Come on, guys. My maths is not great, but that's less than 50%. So please hit up that like button. I'm going to spend some time looking at your favorite coins for you guys. So if you appreciate that, please do hit that like button. It shouldn't cost you anything. If YouTube charge you, let me know. We'll give them some like Phantom coin or something. Fine, so we looked at Luna. 1 billion of liquidations in the last 24 hours. Suckers are selling. Bosses are buying the dips. Exactly. This is leverage in the market, guys. I've showed you that on the tweet. This is leverage in the market. And this is going to happen. Just go back and look at the charts. It happened plenty. If you were here even in the summer, you would have seen that happen from the first crash. So nothing we're surprised about. This stuff happens in the markets. And The only way you will lose, guys, is if you panic sell your Bitcoin. Never, never, never panic sell your Bitcoin. A lot of people are panic selling at 29. I was trying to tell people not to panic sell. And then when we're back at all-time highs at 67, they're buying back in at 67. Come on. We're better than that. That's how we need to educate ourselves. G-Stands, thank you for smashing that like buttons. We're now at 20 likes. So 5 of you optimized your thumb to hit the like button. But 14 of you remain ineffective versus the like button. So I will crack on through these questions. Cape Aquatics, hey man, another question from me. What are your thoughts on FEG? Do you know about this wrapping, staking, etc.? Never heard of it, Cape Aquatics. Happy for you to throw that in the Discord channel and we could take a look at it together. Ayush, please can we look at Vechain? Yes, we could take a look at Vechain. Where is Vet? Whenever I stream, the whole machine becomes laggy. It doesn't make any sense. I had a vet chart up. Where's it gone? Nope. Okay, let's open up Vechain. Okay, we'll use Bitfinex. Probably not the best chart, but it'll do. How are we looking on Vet? Okay, so similar pattern on Vet. It's buying the dip. Probably not as strongly as some of the other coins we're seeing, but let's zoom out. Oh, my machine is not having it today. It's doing what it wants. It's okay, we'll wait for you, TradingView, when you're ready. That's right, we just got all the people waiting here, but we'll wait for you, TradingView, so we can pull up the vet chart. What else have we got in the comments? ADA, long time hold, will start moving when we get DEX there. Yes, Mikhail, agree with you. I've been holding ADA for a long time. I've always been rewarded. And every 6 months, people will laugh and say, why are you holding ADA? Look at this coin moving. Look at Solana moving. Look at Phantom moving. But I've just kept ADA there. And I'll just top it up whenever I can on some dips. And I don't worry about it too much on ADA. So I just let it do its thing. Ricoro, always give the likes, guys. Come on, it's pressing a button. Yeah, I agree with you, Rocco. But 12 people still haven't hit that like button. Plenty of DEX rollouts for Q4. As soon as we get it, you're absolutely right. As soon as we get a DEX, we get an AMM on Cardano, we're going to get moving. But you got to remember, that a lot of that stuff is already priced into Cardano. So don't expect some massive moves when it's already priced in. Because people are expecting it. You got to remember, it's a big cap coin. Phantom's got all of that stuff, and it's still well below Cardano, right? So don't expect massive moves, but eventually we will get a move on Cardano. Don't worry about that. So the thing with VET is a bit of a very weird coin if you look at VET. I mean, it can't seem to make up its mind of if it's bearish or bullish. And that's why for me it's a bit of a weird one. I've held it for a little while, but I just look at that. Bearish, flips bullish, comes get some support, and at this point you think we're going to go, and it just comes back down. So bit of a difficult one. I still believe in the use cases. I think it's a clever use case, which is why I did buy into it early in like December last year, January time. But it's not something I'm going heavy in, nor is it a massive part of my portfolio. But I believe in the use cases of them tracking inventory and using the technology to check counterfeit goods and non-counterfeit goods. So fan of that. If new technology arrives in finance space, which is more effective and easier than blockchain, can we see a disaster on crypto? Hamim, what do you mean by that? Like, what can be more effective than crypto? I think we got to remember that the beauty of crypto, and more importantly, the blockchain, is you have immutable asset. It's immutable. It's decentralized and it's immutable. And that's the key. It's completely trustless. And I don't think, even, for example, a CBDC, that can't have the impact that we think it's going to have, because it's not decentralized and it's not immutable, right? It's the same thing as having fiat currency. It's just a digital version. That's not what the blockchain is. The blockchain is far more superior than that. So I don't see that being a risk whatsoever. So Gherkin King, really, I was waiting for Bitcoin to do this Shiba Sunday through the middle of the week. Not sure I understand that. Not sure I understand that, Gherkin. Can you say that again? Kyle C, hi. What do you think about Solana and ADA and their current prices? I think ADA will move at some point. So I think you're going to look back and say this was an opportunity for ADA to be buying in. Because we already know, like, it's hit at $3. So for it to be sitting at $1.09 for this long, reminds me when it was sitting at like $1.10, $1.12 mark for quite a while. Even back here, for example, between $1, around here. And then it just went, and now you can't get it at this price, right? So technically, all the price has done is move from here to here. The new floor is here, right? And then you want to catch it at the floor. You don't want to worry about these peaks up here. That's the key. The peaks are just there to set peaks. The key is, where's the floor? The price floor is here, and now the price floor is here, and we'll take another step and go up further to make $3 a price floor. Then we need to make $4 a price floor, and that's the key. And if you look at Solana as well, I think Solana is going to carry on ripping. A lot of potential in Solana. You can see this wick doesn't even take it to its EMA ribbon. So super bullish on Solana on the day chart. We've been bullish for a long time on Solana, dating back to when we flipped the EMA ribbon in 31st of July. It's been on an absolute tear. My longer term price target on Solana sits at 348 on the Fibonacci extension. Okay, so 348 is my price target on Solana. A lot of potential in Solana. If you can pick it up on the dips, like I bought it on the wick here this morning, I was very quick to pick that up, then you can really benefit from the moves to the upside. Gherkin says ADA sucks. Yeah, a lot of people feel that way, guys. And I'm not here to try to persuade them, right? I like ADA. I've been in it for a long time. I'll continue to be in it. You don't need to get every coin right, and you don't need to be in every right coin. You just need to do what's right for you. And if you don't have conviction in a play, there's so many coins which I know are going to be good, which I won't be in, right? So you got to choose your calls and play those calls. You don't have to listen to everybody else or do what everybody else is doing. That's why I don't understand these people that go around convincing people to join their coins. Like, you don't need to do that. It doesn't work. Ricoro, Phantom has all ADA wants to do in the future. Easy buy if you can get it cheap on this dip. So undervalued. Expect some news out of the hackathon to get some bumps up. Yeah, but I'm still more bullish on Cardano. Just because of I don't know. I just like the way he does stuff. I know it sounds silly, but I just trust the process he's going through. And I think it's one of those plays where we'll look back on it in 5, 6, 7, 8 years and it'll seem obvious that ADA was the one, but he's taking his time. Frisso, do I know anything about Holochain? No, I don't really look closely into Holochain. I know it's been pumping recently, which is why a lot of people have been asking me about it, but not something I'm monitoring closely, Holochain. Hamim, will FTX take over Binance? What is the price prediction for FTT and BNB? Yes, I think FTX will become a bigger exchange than Binance. I think Sam Bankman-Fried is a great CEO. I think CZ at Binance is also very good, but I think FTX just has the momentum behind them, and they're doing a great job. So we need to take a look at those tokens, and definitely if FTT as a platform can flip Binance, then the token will do well as well, because you need the token to transact. But Binance is a mega house, right? So it's not going to be super easy, but I think it can happen. Kyle, what do you use to check these graphs? TradingView, link in the description. If you sign up, you'll get whatever they provide. I don't know what it is. I can't remember. But click the link. G-Hags, can't help but to see another bear flag on the BTC 1 hour chart, but that mindset has burned me before. Yeah, remember, you do, just like we had a bear trap, you will get bull traps to the other side as well, okay, guys? As in you get bull traps and you get bear traps. Let's see if we can pull that up. Hey guys, 33 of you watching. We're sitting on 22 likes. Please hit that like button. Please get me to 30 likes. I really appreciate that. We've managed to average 30 likes on every live stream whilst we're on. So Please don't let me lose that record. So yeah, you can see it. We've got a flag here, down, flag. You'd anticipate another pennant down, but this could easily be a bear trap and we could head higher. So we'll need to see. This green box is very critical. If we lose this green box, it's going to be very difficult to come back up. It's going to take a lot of energy from the bulls to get us back up. Friso says, thank you for answering my question. Appreciate your time and effort. Well explained, very clear analysis. Thank you, Friso. Thank you for supporting. Do hit that like button and subscribe. Don't forget to head to the Discord because you can ask me questions there as well. Cape Aquatics, you're absolutely right. It's TradingView. TradingView, it's a must-have. If you're trading the markets or you're monitoring charts, you need to be on TradingView, guys. So click that link in my description. Head over to TradingView and set yourself up an account. Any other question, guys? Drop those questions in here. I'm going to be jumping off in about 10 minutes or so. So do get your questions in. I'm going to keep monitoring Matic. Really good day for Matic, really. Good couple of hours. Look at that. We can go create another. We've had an hourly, red hourly here. Spoke too soon. We've got to break through 192, and then the trade's really on. If we can get past 192, the trade is really on. By the way, guys, for all of you 28 who are on this stream right now, you're going to see a really, really important Phantom video coming out tonight. So make sure you go and show some love on that video. It might be the most important Phantom video you've watched in all of 2021. So please go check out that video. It's a different style to the videos I normally make. Let me know what you think about it when it comes out. And drop me a comment and let me know that you're watching this stream and you remembered to watch. I would really appreciate that. Cape Aquatics, echo the love. Thanks for your content. Like and share, guys. Get your mates on board. Appreciate that, Cape. Absolutely. I mean, that's the only way we can grow, right? Is if we share. Because the way YouTube works is it only shares people who already have big followers, which doesn't really help out small creators as much. But if we can get as many likes on the videos, comments, views, obviously, and share the content with friends, I guess that could be useful. But at the same time, I know that people don't really want to share crypto-related content because they kind of learn themselves, watch the streams, and they don't necessarily share with their friends to watch these kind of streams as well, which I completely understand. That's not an issue at all. Kyle C, what are some of the altcoins you believe in and or the gems? Kyle, head into my, type in Ijaza1 altcoin portfolio. Let's see if I can find the link. I'll put it in the chat. There we go. I'm going to put this in the chat. Go watch this video. Everybody who's here, watch this video as well. This shows you how I build out my altcoin portfolio. Very important for beginners, okay? So do check out that video. Thank you for your question, Kyle. Any other questions here? What do you think of Engine, Ian Medford? I like Engine. Engine's a great coin. Similarly to... I don't have it open, do I? It's a good coin. It kind of, again, similarly to like Harmony One and Vechain, they did really well at the beginning of the year, and then it kind of like fell off. Let me take a look at the charts. I've not looked at it in a while. Because it did have a lot of potential. I'm not sure how it fell off. This is why you need to be careful, guys. If you go into a bear market with coins you don't have 100% belief in, they can end up like Engine, where they're kind of just, sleeping for a long time, and it frustrates you. And then you're going to be very likely to sell, and then... Sod's law is that as soon as you sell, that's when it's going to go on a run. So look at that. That's good momentum there from Engine. You can see how it brought up the dip so quickly. That should give you confidence that it's on good momentum, right? You can barely feel the dip here. Look, the candle's green. Massive wick to the upside, massive wick to the downside. Crazy volatility, guys. I mean, look at this. This is signs that we're really, getting there in terms of crypto, and there's so much leverage in the system, because from 2.4 in one candle, guys, 27% in one candle swing. That is phenomenal. That is how much leverage is in the system right now, guys. That's a lot of leverage. And this is exactly what happens when fear and greed index is showing that the market is really greedy right now. Let's show you this. You remember I showed it to you when we were 84. The average last week was 82, and now it's come down to 73. I bet you tomorrow the reading will be at low 70s or 68, 69, because this is where we're at. And when I was at 84, I even made a video. If you remember, comment below. But I said, look, the last time we were at 84 dates all the way back to March. And shortly after that, we created our high on Bitcoin, and then we fell down. So I was expecting the same, and that's kind of what we've got. We've got a correction because the market is too greedy right now. Market is too greedy. Let's look at the Bitcoin altcoin season. And again, you can see we've just, alts have kind of moved into momentum a little bit. It's partly because Bitcoin's lost some strength, but we're just here in no man's land for quite a while. Normally that doesn't happen. You can see last time we went straight effortlessly into altcoin season, effortlessly back into Bitcoin season, and then we thought we were going to go into altcoin season. We didn't quite, and then we've kind of just been hovering in between since. And this makes a lot of sense because as coins start to become more mature, they will start to decouple somewhat from Bitcoin, right? It used to be that Bitcoin moves and everything moves, and then every Bitcoin moves to the downside, everything moves to the downside. That's still the case, but you're getting a slight decoupling, right? Some coins can hold their own slightly, like how Matic is continuing to move today. Shiba is obviously a momentum play, so Shiba's moving as well. Rune's up 5%, so you can see some, coins choosing to move anyway. Guys, thank you for joining this live stream. Please do hit that like button. 26 likes. Can you get me 4 more likes, guys? I'll be super thrilled if you can get me 4 likes. I'm not trying to get 1,000 or anything. When you go some channels like, get me 200,000 likes. Yeah, I just want 30. You'll be fine. Thank you. I've been holding Engine so long, I'm going to be rid of it once in the clear. Yeah, again, that's what happens when you hold a coin which you don't have high conviction in, right? You've got to be very careful with your altcoins. Very, very, very careful. Jimboss, what site is that? The altcoin season 1 looks very useful. Jimboss, ask me in the Discord. I'll paste the link there after the stream. Kyle, can you explain what smart contracts are? Sorry, I'm a newbie. Good question. So, Kyle, the best way to think about it is in the real world, currently, you have a contract, right? And you have a written contract which can execute based on different things. I can set a contract to say, if you pay me $100,000, I will sell you my house, right? Now, with smart contracts, you can do all of this on the blockchain. Now, what this means is you don't need any intermediaries, right? You can simply have a contract. Let's create a simple one. I can go into the Ethereum network and I can type a smart contract which says, I will give Kyle C 2 packets of crisps if the weather hits 32 degrees. So then when the weather hits 32 degrees, I owe you the 2 packets of crisps. Or I could have used a coin, right? I will transfer you 1 phantom token if the weather hits 33 degrees C. And then it will automatically transfer you the token. So you can imagine the use cases of smart contracts are endless. In the future, you'll be able to buy houses using smart contracts. You'll be able to have your legal contracts on smart contracts, your financial transactions, etc., etc. So really important smart contracts. And it's just another use cases of blockchain technology. And that's the point I want to make as well. A lot of newbies will get confused. Cryptocurrency is one application of blockchain technology. The technology of things being decentralized on a ledger, which is permanent, it's immutable, everybody can have access to it. That's called blockchain. People have just built cryptocurrencies using that technology, but you can build so many other things using that technology too. NFTs is another example. Hope that answers your question, Carl. Do smash up the like button. We're on 32 likes. Thank you so much, guys, for getting us 32 likes. Keep smashing up the like button. If you have 3 accounts, sign out, log into another account. We got to do what we got to do here, guys. So got to get these likes up by hustle. Sabil, thank you for joining. I think this is the first time we've seen you. Thank you for joining this stream. What do you think of alts such as Trias and MTV? Great content, by the way. Keep it up, bro. Appreciate this, Sabil. I've not actually looked at those coins. I'm happy to look at those for you. Let's take a look at... Let me take a look at CoinMarketCap. We'll pick your first one. Ian Medford, rumor around the campfire is that Phantom is getting Coinbase listing tomorrow. Speaking of coin, yeah, so I've said that rumor for a couple of weeks now that Coinbase listing is around the corner. I won't be surprised if we see that. Now, please be careful. It could have a massive move on Phantom, because it could also be an anti-climax. Hopefully it does, because that'll be a great way for everyone to buy it. I think it'll be easier. Even if I look at my behavior, I have to use Binance to buy Phantom. It's a bit of a pain. If it was on Coinbase, I'll be buying much more. So I think it should have a long-term impact. It might not have it straight away on day one, but over time it's going to have a massive impact on Phantom. The other thing I want to discuss before looking at Trias is, which I've never heard about, by the way, Sabil, is that I think Shiba will get listed on Robinhood very soon. So I don't know if a lot of you saw, but Robinhood shared their earnings yesterday for Q3, and they were abysmal. Now, remember, I've made lots of videos on Robinhood. Robinhood, their earnings is strongly related to the revenue they receive from trading coins, right? So, and they did really well in Q2 and Q1 because of GameStop, and then also because of Dogecoin. So I see it being an opportunity that Robinhood will introduce their wallets soon, their crypto wallets, and they will probably list SHIB, and I think that will explode SHIB well past Doge. So yeah, you can mark that one. Okay, Sabil, so we got 1.6 million in circulating supply, 10 million total. So I'd be worried about that because you still got 8.4 million coins left to be thrown into the market, which would have a downward pressure on price. I'd be worried about this price action. It's quite high up and then it's kind of fallen down. What does it do? Have they changed their tokens or something? Yeah, not one I've heard of. Can't really see much interesting about it. The market cap is very small, 21 million. Very, very small. How did it come to your attention? Why are you interested in it? These are the key questions. Whenever people show me these new coins, why are you interested in them? Has somebody told you about it? Do you have high conviction in it? It's like somebody saying, what do you think of this stock? But then they never tell you why they like that stock, right? You've got to give me a conviction case of why you like this before I can give you any guidance. I mean, from a technical perspective, I guess it's on an uptrend since this beginning of this month, I guess. But it's something to monitor. Nothing that's jumping out to me, Sabil, on that one. Ricoro saying get onto FTX. What do you mean? Use it as a platform, or do you think? Are you saying to buy the token FTT? Look, I think central bank currencies will do well. I don't think they won't do well, but it doesn't solve the problem, right? Like I'm here, we use the pound here in the UK, right? So if I had a digital pound, I'd still use it because it's going to be practical, but it doesn't solve the problem. If anything, it's the opposite, right? People move to decentralize for reducing corruption, to increase transparency, to have a ledger, everybody can see everyone's transactions, and having a CBDC just gives governments even more control without you getting any control. So don't see how that works. Guys, going to jump off in a few minutes here. We've been streaming for almost an hour. Any final question, guys? Please do hit this like button. Let's get us to 40 likes. I'd really appreciate that on this stream. Watch out for my video later on coming later on Phantom. You're definitely not going to want to miss that one, guys. If you don't get a chance to watch it tonight, put it into your watch later and make sure you watch that at some point. It's a really important video on Phantom coming out. Thank you for watching, guys. I think there's no more questions there. So what I'll do is we can wrap up. Thank you for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.